called The Penultimate Problem of Sherlock Holmes, and it is coming. All the details right now. We say hello to André Dimitrijevic, and he's the director of this amazing show. Also the co-artistic director of Phoenix Players. Nice to have you here.
Thank you. Good to be here.
And Pat McColm is here as well. You are going to be playing the character of Irene Adler.
That's correct, yes.
Nice to have you. Okay, André, a quick history. Phoenix Players, been doing good things for quite some time now.
Phoenix Players has been around for about 15 years in the Ottawa area, and as the name implies, it really was a rebirth from other companies that were no longer with us. But we've been doing plays in town, most recently at the Gladstone Theatre. We are one of one resident companies, the only resident company that is not a professional. We're a community theatre group, but we're still part working with the other professional groups at the Gladstone.
Okay, so the penultimate problem of Sherlock Holmes, November 23rd to December 1st. What is the word penultimate mean? What does that mean?
The reference there is an actual Conan Doyle story called The Final Problem of Sherlock Holmes, where he falls at some falls, waterfalls, while he's struggling with his nemesis Moriarty. And the idea was that he would die then, and that would be over. So this is what happens before that story.
Second to last story, then.
The second to last story, exactly.
Okay.
Because Sherlock Holmes doesn't want to be killed off.
I guess not.
There you
okay,
go.
all right. So, Pat, you are playing Irene Adler.
Yes.
Now, this is your second performance with the Phoenix Players?
Yes. Last fall, I was in Office Hours with Phoenix Players. That was directed by Joanne McCabe. But I did sort of see André around, and that was a lot of fun. And I played two different characters in that production. This one I only get to be one person, but that's quite fun anyway, because Irene Adler is referred to as the woman to Sherlock Holmes.
Oh.
So she was the one woman that was able to have an effect on Sherlock. For the most part, I don't think that Sherlock had a very high opinion of women. And so Irene was the one that outsmarted him. And he came to respect women, and I think she kind of got under his skin a little bit in an attraction sort of way. Or at least that's how we're playing it.
Okay. Is it easier this time around then to play one character compared to three, or pretty much the same? It's still a challenge.
It's all fun, developing the character, watching the production come to fruition, watching all of the different cast members learn their roles, and all of us starting to play off of one another and develop a real true story. So regardless of whether you play one character or 100, it's always fun.
I can imagine. This looks like a lot of fun. And obviously Sherlock Holmes, André, is a very classic character. So why did the Phoenix Players decide to do a play concerning Sherlock?
Well, I wanted to do a mystery, and I was looking for plays that would... What I found about this play is it has a touch of the supernatural. There's a seance going on. Spirits appear. They provide information to Holmes and to the other characters. And I thought that was part interesting. And there's also a twist at the end. There's a role referred to as an English gentleman appears in the second act, and we find out who he is only later on in that act. And I think that's the twist that comes in.
Good to have a twist. There's a now this is actually a fundraiser, which is, and I love the name of the fundraiser, Bums in the Seats, the Food Belly Challenge. Foods and Bellies Challenge. What is that all about? Well,
one of our actors, Dr. John Kirschman, felt that he really wanted to perform to full houses, or as many as possible. So he gave a challenge to the people of Ottawa. We associated ourselves with the food bank, and the challenge is to get 1,500 seats for this play, and John will donate $5,000 to the food bank. Wonderful. Which, as you know, works out to about $25,000 by the time you figure out how much effect that has. And beyond that, for every 100 beyond the 1,500, John and I will donate another 1,000. So we'll see how. So that was the idea, and it has taken off, and people are responding. And it's so bums in seats, food in bellies seems to be working.
That is good. Good work. Good to have such a great production and for a good cause. At the same time, Pat, so can you tell us some more of the characters that we'll find in this Sherlock Holmes play?
Absolutely. Well, as they would say in any kind of mystery, the usual suspects, of course, Sherlock, Holmes, and John Watson. You'll see Mrs. Hudson, of course, and as André already mentioned, Professor Moriarty makes an appearance. There are some spirits. Irene Adler, of course, will be taking part, and she was part of a story that Conan Doyle had written called The Scandal in Bohemia, so she makes an appearance. But then there are also, interestingly enough, characters not from Conan Doyle's books, but from other authors. So there's a character that makes an appearance who is actually a character that was created by Edgar Allan Poe.
Oh, that's
so that adds extra nuances to the story that makes it even more exciting and interesting to watch.
That's cool. Andre, 10 performances in total?
10 performances in total. 3 matinees. The first Saturday, the second, and the last Saturday are matinees. The others are evening performances. 7:30 p.m.
Senior and student pricing as well, phoenixplayers.ca, of course, for all the information.
Very much so.
And November 23rd to December 1st, it's going to be a lot of fun.
It will be.
It will be.
The Clarkstone Theatre. Andre and Pat, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Best of luck.
Glad to be here.
Coming up, let's find out about the Muse Agency and what they are all about right here on Daytime Ottawa.